Does anybody want to do a hit of Duster before we get this show going?
Let's get walking on sunshine.
I'm walking on fucking sunshine! And like, she's addicted to Duster, but her mom brings her pizza. Will this help, honey?
Just to offset the Duster. Is there Duster in the crust? Crust Duster. Sweet nectar of life.
I don't get this reference.
Oh, it's a tangy Duster.
I don't get this reference.
God,
What is this from?
Intervention?
No. She's addicted to Duster.
She inhales it.
Raging Duster.
She goes to office supply stores and buys it. And she's got like this big burn on her mouth.
On her face because it's so
So
cold.
the camera's on her and she's like on her kitchen floor and there's like her
No, she's on the couch. All I can.
Okay, now I think I've seen that somewhere.
Walking on fucking sunshine.
We could probably pull it up.
I've seen the mayonnaise one. There was a mayonnaise episode of Intervention.
That was not Intervention.
No, that was not Intervention?
That was
my
Strange
weird...
Addiction.
Oh, My Strange Addiction.
That woman. Oh, we should have the woman on that ate the couch.
Yeah, ate the couch.
Right? We can have her on and be like...
There was one who was addicted to cigarette ash.
Do you like lawn...
Is this the same show where somebody... we can help you with that. Was this the same show where there was somebody who like was obsessed with the cleanliness of their butt?
Yes.
Oh,
she had toothbrushes up her butthole, just like... And they went through the whole problem of trying to like get her to stop, and she's just sitting
and
there,
like she wouldn't eat, and like she like only eat carrots occasionally, and that was it. Why did I watch this?
And the guy just looks at the camera. He's like, "She's doing it." I know. Can you imagine just sitting around with all your friends and be like, "I need to clean my asshole now."
Front and center at all times. That's what's on your
Timmy
mind.
just got here.
Toothbrushes.
You wait. The evening will unfold.
Something in my teeth. Which is actually the caverns of my own asshole. Fantastic.
Hey, can you show me where that light is again? Yeah. In your bathroom?
It's a little musty back there.
Are you using that canned air? Like right now? Because I can find something to do with it.
Can I grab this paper towels real quick? I'll bring them back. Maybe.
All right. I can't even do the fucking intro. I couldn't even bring myself to get to the mic and do the intro.
I'm a little sweaty too.
I went to sit up and it just would not come out.
My nerves.
All right, let me try again. Heckle the shit out of me, Lisa. I and beg you.
You
Should embarrass me and my family. You want to have Lisa do the intro?
No. Maybe Lisa could
kind of like
do the
intro The Price is Right.
Like as a separate person who's not on the show.
And now, coming to you live. Wow. Beautiful.
Welcome to Bitter Coffee, a comedy podcast from two friends who are just about over it. I'm Darek Fenton.
And I'm Kelly Coffey.
Kelly, it's nice to be here again,
Welcome
recording
back.
the show. It's been a little bit longer than I would prefer, but here we are. And we are joined this evening by a very special guest, originator of the Desert Island song Band's Question, which was very, very controversial. We'll talk about that a little bit. Thrash bassist extraordinaire, dog dad to the derptacular Nora Jane, master of the clutch band recommendation, the warlock to my hunter, the man who taught me how to bone listen, Tony Hawk, Tim Chang is here tonight. Welcome,
Wow.
Tim.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, guys.
It's great to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We definitely didn't spend the last 10 minutes trying to start the show.
No.
And we didn't spend the previous 30 minutes just running around the apartment screaming.
With excitement and eagerness to play every instrument.
Every instrument
went on a
that Kelly
tour
owns.
of the apartment, just picking things up, dropping fresh beats. That was
Played
very
my drums.
impressive.
You played my guitar.
Drums and the ukulele.
Ukulele is there.
Forget about the ukulele.
We're on a podcast, so you can't see the face Tim is making, but it's spectacular.
You know, you gotta get really perkery with it. Pucker your lips so.
Ukulele.
Ukulele. So, don't separate your lips at all when you say it. So, however this sounds.
That sounds wonderful.
Get ready for that for the rest of the show.
Yeah. No, that sounds
It's gonna be
great.
great.
It's soothing.
So, Tim, you are in town along with your sister Lisa, who is sitting a mere 15 feet
Hi, Lisa.
out into the kitchen in here. Lisa may make a distant appearance from time to time on the show, but you guys are in town for a show tonight. We're going to see Ripe, who I think podcast listeners may have heard me talk about on the show at some point before. Very excited about that. Also exhausted because I'm an old person, but that notwithstanding, looking forward to seeing the show.
Is there a baby crying?
Can you hear the baby?
No, it was just you. I thought I heard a little baby.
Do we have two
Whimpering.
pigeon babies?
Someone was
There was just the one upstairs.
whining a little bit.
They're
That was a
multiplying.
baby, but it
All
was
right, I
Darek.
can see how this episode's gonna go. Great. Just gonna get ganged up on. Now I understand. I understand how this feels,
We've
and
been
it's
planning
not
this for
Last
months.
time. I won't burn
comfortable.
you again, I promise. Maybe.
Don't make promises you can't keep, Tim.
I should do that.
You know, we are really excited to have everybody listening. Thank you very much for continuing to tune into the show that kind of comes out every now and then. I appreciate that. Again, still trying to figure out how to have a podcast and a baby at the same time. So thank you again, everybody, for listening. The first thing we love to do whenever given the opportunity is to read reviews from folks who are listening to the show. We really appreciate that. The iTunes reviews are great. Thank you very much. Apparently it helps us. I don't know how algorithms work, but from what I understand, if you get reviews and ratings on your show, it's a good thing. I have no idea. Let's pretend it is, and everybody go on and do that. We'd really appreciate it. But you want
Tells us
to
that
rip into that from the little review there?
I do. This review is written by Annie M9, and the title is Pure Dynamite.
Ooh. Tina
Right?
Vite.
Very nice.
Boom.
Kelly and Darek will make you forget about your problems in the fiery shitstorm of American politics for 30 minutes of Seinfeld-esque bliss.
Wow.
That's why we do this.
Love
Thank
that.
you so much for the wonderful review.
Thank you, Annie
Speaking
M9.
of Seinfeld, we were just talking about cereal. How appropriate that we would read that review, as I was always very envious of Seinfeld's shelf of cereal. That was the one thing about his life that I wanted. Had that great shelf of cereal.
Have you seen my cereal
Well,
collection?
I did, and it's quite impressive.
collection.
I must say.
It's a collection.
You've curated it very carefully. You've curated it
I
clearly
do try.
very carefully.
Yeah.
But we got into talking about it because we were talking about different flavors of Cheerios. The Cheerios, people have kind of gotten out of control in terms of their needs and wants to appeal to all markets. I
Well,
feel
I
like
have
those
one
guys
on
and the polar
display
guys.
now.
Yes, you did.
There is one on display, which I like. I sort of like, this is the newest edition
Yeah.
of my collection.
This is what I'm into
Right.
now.
It'll go into the archives at
It
some
will
point.
at some
Yeah, I get
point.
it.
It's
I
like
get
when they bring the Warhol exhibit to
Yes.
any museum.
Yep, it's set up, it's
featured.
front and center, yep.
It's front and center.
Yep.
You can't miss it.
Yep.
This is what I'm doing.
Maple
with my box.
Cheerios.
Yeah.
So you've got the Maple Cheerios out
do.
because, again, the Cheerios people have kind of lost their minds, and they've gone maple, which anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge fan, and so I am 100% on board with the Maple Cheerios.
Glad.
But they've also done some other things. They've gone like toasted coconut, which I do not condone, and there's a couple other crazy flavors out there. There's like a cinnamon crunch. Tim, you were sharing, interestingly enough, what you do with your Maple Cheerios.
Correct.
Tell the people about that.
Well, because I'm an old person.
Right, sure.
And
Same.
everything is too sweet for
Ditto.
me.
Yep.
Which is kind of hilarious because when I was a kid, Lisa knows this, we never had soda or candy. Like, for me, candy was... And all right, so hold on.
Do you
This is
hear
gonna
a
be
baby
little bit-
crying?
This is... Right, is there a baby? Is there another baby?
This is another baby?
Are there triplets?
This
This is your
Damn.
apartment is infested with babies.
There's babies
everywhere.
everywhere. That's one thing I love. It's a house full of babies.
Long known for my love of being just overrun with babies.
Overwhelmed.
Pigeon babies
Covered
or
in
other
babies.
kinds of babies.
So talk to
Doesn't
us about
matter.
your childish
So
needs.
anyway.
Okay.
It was awful. No, it really wasn't. But so like, I love black licorice. Everybody thinks I'm a weirdo, right?
Ew.
See, I saw your face, Kelly.
Yeah. And the
Kelly
ew.
just made a face like she smelled a burning sneaker.
Yeah.
So, I would always get like black licorice, like natural licorice was like my treat.
Yeah, that
I would
sounds
get,
awful.
right? So so then when I got to college,
Yeah.
and I had a meal plan, and the meal plan points worked in the vending machine.
Oh, that is the worst idea.
So,
and the best idea.
A meal would be a bag of sour gummy worms and 2 to 3 Code Reds. And I think that I just condensed all of my love of sweet
Right.
into a very tight package that now there's nothing left in the well.
All the
So,
sugar you could have ever,
all
you
the-
had.
Like, I had it already. And now my body is just in full reject mode. So I get the Maple Cheerios or the Berry Cheerios. Fan of those.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I'm on the fence with those.
Yeah, see, on their own, they're a little gnarly. However, follow me.
I will.
You take your bowl, you fill it halfway with Maple Cheerios, not Mopal Cheerios. Maple Cheerios. Mopal Cheerios are totally
Do they have
different.
mobile Cheerios?
Those
I
are in
didn't-
Indonesia. You
didn't
need a
see
license
those.
to get them, especially a permit of some sort. So half full, and then you take regular Cheerios, fill the bowl, the rest of the bowl with it. So then you got kind of 2 layers.
Okay.
And then there's the
Cheerio
sort of
parfait.
hand over the top of the bowl with the spoon so you don't spill any out.
Sure.
Right? So it's sort of a salad churning
Yep.
situation.
Yep.
Sure.
And then
Could you
got
just use a
nice
bigger
mix.
bowl?
Yeah.
But you don't.
But I don't.
It's okay.
Because I have a specific cereal bowl, which is
I
actually
see.
a giant Ninja Turtles mug.
Oh.
Nice.
So now you can understand. It's not
Yep.
just a
I
bowl.
get it. I get it. You're not going
Ninja
to move
Turtles.
from that to a bigger bowl. Like,
Right.
what's the
Why
point?
would I do that?
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody
then
in the right mind would.
Fucking cowabunga. Am I
you
right?
make your life a little difficult.
Fucking.
Fucking. Yeah.
So fucking. But anyway, I turned it all into a Cheerio salad, and
Delicious.
I eat it that
Sounds
way.
amazing.
It's really good. I highly recommend it. If you
Cheerio
find
impression.
yourself
Why
enjoying
didn't we
a
just
sugar
have
cereal,
cereal for dinner?
I know. What was with the pizza? That was foolish.
Well, that's tradition.
That's true. We did have to treat the guests to traditional bitter coffee pizza. Very important.
Well, next time the Changs are coming over, we're having cereal.
cereal bonanza. We're gonna open up the collection, open up the vault. Yep. Cereal.
Yep.
Go into the Disney vault of discontinued cereals.
You have
Deep
to
cuts.
turn two things at the same time simultaneously.
And it's
Different
another
sides of the
wall of
apartment.
Cheerios
Yeah.
that opens up.
There's a false wall. You got to push through that, and then a bunch of smoke's gonna come out for some reason, and then we're gonna eat cereal. It'll be fantastic.
So, Tim, tell the people a little bit, because I'll get into it if you want me to.
Uh-oh.
Tell the people a little bit about how we come to know each other. I'm interested. I did not prep you with any of these questions, but I'm interested in your story about how we came to know each other.
Okay, so Lisa came to know you first.
Yes, that's true. Ooh, there it is, Lisa.
Right.
Yep. Shout out. So Lisa knew you first.
Yep, okay. It's true. Lisa and I went to college
both
together.
Went to UNH together.
Indeed.
Met freshman year.
Yep.
Living in the same dorm. And then at some juncture, you came to our house.
Yes, I did. Oh, lovely. I like this background music, Kelly. Thank you
Little
so
background.
much.
I like
Background
that.
sounds.
Okay,
It's
very
hold on, I'm gonna
nice.
start again.
Oh,
It got real festive there. Okay, you need to pick up the story,
Okay, I'm
Tim.
gonna pick up the story again. So at some point, you came to our home. It was a lovely something day.
Might have been spring.
We were alive.
Yeah.
It was great.
Things were good.
You came, you juggled.
Of course I did, because God fucking knows I can't go anywhere without juggling.
I had juggling scarves, I think. And you were like, oh, that's cool.
Babushkas.
Loser. Let me grab some random fruit from your kitchen and juggle that.
like
And I
an
was like,
orange bowling pin, or like a bowling
Yeah.
ball on fire.
The cat.
right?
Yeah.
So that was exciting. I remember you laying down on my living room floor and juggling in front of your face.
Wow, you have a way better memory of this than me. I'm glad I asked this question.
Yeah.
Lisa,
I
can you
remember weird stuff.
confirm or deny this story?
I can confirm pieces of it.
You made a big impression.
I made
on
an
me,
impression. What can I say?
Because I'm like, how is he not smashing his own face in with this flying fruit? I would like to know.
It's so weird. I was going to lay on my floor and juggle for you guys.
Well,
But apparently
you can
that's
never
already
impress me
been
as much
done.
as Derek impressed me.
No,
No,
that
sorry.
that never happened.
Already lived that life. Gotta move on. Gotta do
Bet
something
you didn't
else.
play his drums, though, did you? No, you didn't.
No, I did
you
not.
did not.
Yeah, Tim went absolutely ham on the drums when he learned that Kelly had a lovely electronic drum set out back. So much for this podcast bullshit. I'm playing the
An
drums.
emergency drum session situation had to be attended to.
So I made a huge impression on you with my juggling.
Right. I think we were down in the downstairs and you saw my PlayStation and you were
Yes.
like, "Oh, what are you playing?" And I'm like, "I'm playing Tony Hawk." And you're like,
Yes.
"Oh, I know a thing or two about Tony Hawk," or something along those lines. And then it became, "We're cool, we're friends. I just met." The fuck did you just say? I play Tony Hawk. You don't play Tony Hawk. I play Tony Hawk.
It is on.
And now it's like we're not friends anymore.
I
Now
see-
we're competitors.
seem to remember you like ripped your shirt
Yeah, I
in
was
half.
like,
Yeah, you hulked out really big.
exposing all 95 pounds of my crushing frame. It's a hawk off.
It's a hawk off. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So anyway, we fired up Tony Hawk, and then we started playing Tony Hawk. And I had shown you who Mr. I am Tony Hawk. I had shown you.
I feel like there's some animosity.
I mean, this is a
Right?
long, deep-seated thing that we've never really discussed.
The boneless. So,
Yeah.
long story short, when you play Tony Hawk, if you loop a bunch of tricks together, you get a bunch of points.
Yeah.
And I showed Derek how you can do sort of a little slide, little cheaty thing. Not
Yep.
cheaty thing.
No, it's a part of the game.
It's a part of the game.
Yeah,
It takes
it's a
skills.
valid strategy.
Skills of a certain type.
Yeah.
And so I showed Derek how to boneless and then make his tricks get
Worth
more
a ton
points.
more, yeah.
And then we sat there and did that for like 3 hours. when you
Out
were
of
there to
context,
visit.
that sentence sounds really weird.
Taught you how to boneless?
Yeah, for 3 hours.
Well,
For
you know.
3 hours.
Just saying. Just
And then
Sounds like a terrible night.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
And then Darek and I just started playing video games all the time.
Yeah, what's funny about that too is that I think that there was a period of many years in which we did not communicate, and then like the video game thing kind of came back around with like the Xbox 360, and then we reconnected, and it's been video
Was
games.
there a Tony
and
Hawk
hilarity
falling
since.
out?
No, I don't think we ever had. The Tony Hawk series kind of fell out, sadly enough, but no, I don't
we
think.
left
And it
that.
destroyed friendships in its wake.
We left that interaction when it was just like a soft nod, like.
Yeah, just we got it. We like understood each
get
other on a
you.
deep Tony Hawk type level. Well, I'm so glad that we could parlay that love, that shared love of ridiculous video games into being here
Bonelessing.
together today. And, you know, the friendship has developed to not only video games, but also music from time to time.
Indeed.
And so stoked to see the show this evening. But in general, I'm just happy to have you here to enjoy the wonderful podcast studio that Kelly has set up for us, which
beautiful.
has grown since last I was here and evolved. To include
has?
some great stuff. Yeah, you've got the Gay Street thing is new.
I do.
You got the sign up here. So one thing I want to do, we got the mug up, which is beautiful as always. You have one of these little boards that lets you put letters and stuff into it and like spell out different words. Currently it says, "Is that a hyphen?" Apparently that was a favorite line of somebody's from a previous episode. I would love to know what people would like to have on the Bitter Coffee sign on the wall, because you had
Fair enough.
considered doing a couple different things.
I was going to, and I didn't want to, but now I really want to. If I can quote Cher, if I could turn back time.
Oh.
Ow.
Ow.
Turn back time.
Ow.
Go ahead.
I would write, everybody Tim Chang tonight.
Chang tonight. No one knows any words after that.
We got Tim Chang. We got all the way in there.
Right.
So great. I think that's we'll put that one up next time.
Yeah.
Whatever anybody else wants us to write on the sign, we'd love to put it up there and take a picture and send it to you. So if you have suggestions for the Bitter Coffee studio sign, let us know and we'll throw it up on the sign.
I want to pivot.
Great.
So I was grocery shopping, and I have this really weird habit of grocery shopping when I'm hungry,
Yeah, that's a danger.
because that's what reminds me I have to go get food.
Your stomach's like, you don't
our
need food
foods,
here.
But all of the
Yes,
foods.
all of the
I need
foods.
all of the food.
Right.
Well, you saw I think the only thing,
Your bread situation is
it
intense.
almost rivals my cereal collection.
A lot of
So
carbs.
Everybody's
Yeah, carbs.
getting a loaf of bread on the way out tonight.
Thank you so
parting
much for
gifts.
coming.
Everybody on the show gets
10
a
grade?
loaf of bread.
Right.
You get a loaf of bread. You get a loaf of bread.
Check under your seats.
I should have put it under your chair. God damn it.
Missed opportunity. Next time.
I was in the grocery store and I saw Pringles. Mm-hmm. And it was a huge display.
Yeah.
Pringles that were turkey flavored. Right?
Well, I
Turkey-flavored
mean,
Pringle.
'tis the season. Like, I get
But
it.
it's not.
Well, we're approaching Thanksgiving, right?
But we're not approaching gross food that's going to be made into even more gross food.
And Pringles you can't do anything with, too. So, like, you're just going to eat
They
turkey
do
Pringles.
say, once you pop, you cannot stop.
You're not wrong.
Heard that. I've
So,
heard that.
I mean, did you pop these turkey-flavored Pringles?
I did not.
You never know, Kelly. Maybe you couldn't have stopped.
Well, that's a danger. You
That
don't
is
want
a
to start
danger.
eating turkey flavored Pringles
Yeah.
and
Right.
not be able to stop.
Then
For
you
God's
Kelly, are
Like
you
some
okay?
sunshine.
No, I ate a whole sleeve of turkey Pringles.
Just showing up to work with, like, both cans on your arm.
That's it.
It's like, how am I supposed to
Now I
type
can't
with all
get
these
out.
cereal cans on my hands?
I've got can hands.
Hashtag can hands.
Is that a horse? No, Kelly's just writing an email.
with her turkey can
With
hands.
a turkey cans.
But then I started thinking about other foods that taste like other food that I can't stand.
Okay. Oh, I like this topic. Yeah. Ooh, boy. People do some terrible things.
Jelly beans that taste like popcorn. Disgusting.
Delicious.
Oh,
Really?
no, Tim,
Butter
no.
popcorn. Yeah.
Really?
Tim
Lisa
is
knows.
now
She's throwing up the
gesturing
finger. She knows.
to Lisa.
No, not the finger. A finger.
Really? All right, so the room is split on this
Yes.
issue.
Buttered popcorn Jelly Belly is a national treasure.
Oh, my God,
I don't
no.
know.
Come on, really?
I
I
don't-
disagree. No. And I like
The ones that taste like puke. That's a problem.
No, those I like.
They've really hit on
I love a
something
nice
there.
gelatinous
Like
bile.
middle of August, leave them like in my car for half a day. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Takes me back, boy. When I was in middle school, I had
Never
a
have to
really
drive
bad
anybody
upset
where
stomach.
Your car just smells like puke all the time. So I mean, I can get behind the strategy.
Your car smells like puke?
Yeah. Yours doesn't?
Not that I'm aware of.
Gotta take down that puke air freshener, clearly. That's not a universal
I
accepted
guess I'll
thing.
fill my car with butter-flavored jelly beans now.
Well,
I've
Just gonna
definitely-
live in there.
I've definitely had chips seem to be a major contributor to this, right? Where people are like, we've got food that we can powderize. What about like turkey and stuffing? Something about this season that makes people want to make like chips that flavored like Thanksgiving. I don't know why.
That's what you were eating.
That's
a few
what it was.
years
It was
ago.
the turkey and stuffing
It was
chips.
turkey and stuffing flavored chips.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will admit to really enjoying them. They were kettle cooked. They were delightful.
Do love a kettle cook.
And of
Don't care
course,
what flavor
you
it
can
is.
tell that they're very fake and horrible for you, but that's not the point. The point is
why
to
would you be eating
celebrate
chips in the
thankfulness
first place?
and eat chips that taste like turkey and stuffing. So, I'm all for it. To each their own chip. But yeah, foods that try to taste like other foods, that's just confusing. I'm not a huge fan. Not a good idea. Why is it that it's chips?
Maybe it's because chips are accessible.
I guess.
Like, what if you made...
And turkey's
I don't
not
know,
for so many.
like Junior Mint flavored spaghetti. You probably wouldn't eat that.
Oh my
You know?
god.
See?
No.
But if you were like a mint chip, I might try it just to see.
Just to see. Just to say
Just to
it.
see how
Tried it.
feels. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
I'm trying to picture what like Junior Mint pasta would be like, and like would the pasta taste like chocolate and then be like a mint sauce, or would it be mint pasta with a maybe I'm overthinking it.
It would be pasta that looked like mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Green with some like speckles all
Speckles.
in it.
Yeah.
No sauce component. That's
Okay.
too because your sauce you just use fudge.
Now you're making something that's inaccessible again.
Right,
you got
yeah,
multiple ingredients.
can't-
You might as well fucking cook.
Can't make it.
Yeah.
You got to be able to. I open, I shove in face. Then I feel see how I feel about it.
Have you seen the pre-cooked pasta in pouches?
The what now?
That exists? Yeah.
Like
apparently,
for people in the army?
I don't. Yeah, it's not
Or
an
space?
MRE
I
as
don't know.
far as I can tell. But yeah, it's like there's like pouches of. It's like no need to boil water. Like literally, that's the marketing. It's like I know water's complicated, so just take this out of the pouch and dump it in your maw. Like that seems to be. That seems to be the indication. I saw the story the other day, and I'm like, this is unnecessarily lazy. It's in like the Go-Gurt category. It's the same
You just, like,
idea.
you clip the corner of the
Dump
bag.
it in
and
your
just lean
maw.
back.
Is my new favorite expression.
Hey, why don't you dump it in your maw?
And I'm spelling that M-A-W.
Yeah, 3 W's at the end of that. You goddamn son of a bitch.
Stuff it in your fucking maw.
You are from the greater Boston area,
Sure
so anytime you want to break out that accent, I think our listeners would really
God.
appreciate it. So.
You're the guy that has all those troubling ducks in your neighborhood, right?
Ducks.
Oh God, the geese on the way to your fucking place.
Whatever,
geese.
some kind of bird.
Yes, when
like
Darek came down to visit me, last time we saw Ripe.
Yeah,
there
very
were
true.
geese on the J-Way. People in Boston know what I'm talking about, and therefore no one knows what I'm talking about.
Our listenership is primarily the
but,
greater
yeah.
Burlington
J-Way
area.
sounds like a festive place to drive a car
It certainly is not. It is a.
because it's covered in geese.
You take your hand in your own life.
Tim is pointing at me
not edit
really
that.
emphatically to say that is what I meant to fucking
what
say.
it fucking
That's
meant.
how
And
the
I will
expression
not
goes.
Hand in your own goddamn life when you drive down that. So, no, it's a 2-lane, windy road with no median in the middle. Uh-huh. And there's a pond, a big pond, and geese obviously gather there.
Sure.
And they will walk across said 2-lane, 4-lane road.
Because they do not give a fuck.
0 fucks given
Yeah.
by those geese. They don't care. They'll
by
just
any
walk
geese.
right out.
I
Yeah.
don't think there's any.
No,
bugs
they
given.
don't care. They'll take their babies across, and they're just like, don't worry, they'll stop. And,
I'll hold a wing up, it'll be fine.
right, you either jam on your brakes or smash into a tree, and they don't care. They're not concerned about you.
Sounds
Fucking
lovely.
geese.
Love the Boston area. It's really a pleasant place to be.
You look like you were about to have an episode when you
Miss
showed
it.
up at my house.
Oh my God, I was like shaking and my knuckles were real white and like I
yeah.
felt I was like really sweaty. It was bad. It was
See, like,
bad.
I'm up here driving around, and I'm like, why is everybody being so courteous?
And where are all the geese?
Yeah, where are all the
Where's all that goose traffic?
fuck-giving birds around here?
Yeah, everybody's just like, you go. No, you go.
It's
That's fine.
unbelievable. I
You
got
go.
people that are 10 car lengths behind me on purpose. Like the light turns green, they're not like, fucking move! Green means go, you fucking asshole!
Yeah, those myths about Massachusetts drivers clearly not true.
Yeah.
I don't know where the people are getting that kind of information.
You gotta
All
watch
lies.
yourself.
But this is your first time to this area of
It is.
our lovely state.
Lovely.
Oh,
almost Canada.
really?
Yeah, tell us about your experience
Is
so
this
far.
your maiden Winooski visit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, voyage?
First time in the Noosk.
First time
Wow.
in the news.
New to the Noosk.
Into almost Canada, which is different from Vermont. Lisa lives in Vermont.
Yes.
You people live in almost Canada.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct. Lisa
It's a
lives in
subdivision.
central Vermont, which is like a whopping hour and a half away from all the rest of Vermont.
Right.
But
Right.
yes, we definitely live Canada adjacent. That is true. But yeah, it's also like 9 degrees this week. Thanks
I
for bringing
left
that with you.
Boston, and I was like, it's cold, but
Yep.
whatever. I can deal with cold. The second I crossed into the Vermont border, I was like, oh shit, it's winter as fuck out here. There's snow, and I'm like skating around.
Yeah.
Almost broke my ass on the sidewalk within minutes of being here. I was like, well, we got that one.
At the state border, we have one of those air curtains, like the fancy fridges, where you can't the cold air doesn't get in New Hampshire. It just sits right there. So as soon as you cross the border, it goes from like 30 to
Right.
12 immediately. Yeah,
Oh, the
we put that in
technology.
for the, just to keep people out. We like to keep our community close. And
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much for having me.
So we were talking about your love of sugar at one point. We were talking about in general the fact that you have to kind of like water down your own Cheerios. Not a euphemism. I don't know what it would mean. But anyway, so we were talking about that, and one of the things
Is that Tim guy? Does he water down his Cheerios? If you know what I mean?
Water
know
down his
what I'm
Cheerios,
saying.
air quotes.
Did he water down his
Watered
Cheerios
down?
when he was here? Because it feels like he did.
I checked the milk level, and it's where it was. And he was definitely eating Cheerios, and no one would eat dry Cheerios because that means they're a sociopath.
But you were
It's actually in the DSM-5. Wasn't in the 4, but in the 5.
But on the topic of things that are too sweet or not sweet enough, Kelly, you had heard about something that you wanted to bring up on the show that you found particularly offensive.
People are putting salt in their coffee.
Is there are they proud of this? Is this
Yeah,
an accident?
It's a
or-
movement.
Oh.
So what they're doing is if they're drinking bitter coffee. Oh, sorry.
Ayo.
Ham.
Didn't even need the app.
If they're drinking coffee that's bitter,
Sure, great.
they're putting salt in it to, I don't know, neutralize
Like
it.
balance it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of want to try it,
yeah.
but the last thing I need is a cup of coffee at 7 o'clock at night.
The coffee mafia is going to be all over us for not knowing about this already or for
Right.
bad mouthing it. But that sounds terrible.
But they're saying,
saying.
oh, if I have like a bad cup of Folgers or bad Walmart coffee,
Yep.
which is redundant.
Bad Walmart coffee.
Because
yeah.
the options are to not buy the bad Folgers coffee.
Yeah.
And to just buy regular coffee.
Yeah, you don't have to get
And then
extravagant
you won't have
coffee.
to put salt in it.
Right.
I don't know why I was reading the article. I
Mm-hmm.
fell down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
Not at work, because I don't look at the internet at work.
Of course not. Who does?
Who does that? No one
Nobody does.
that.
Nobody
You know who
does
does that? Maniacs.
Exactly.
That's who.
Idiots and maniacs.
So there was an article that I was reading on my own time,
Sure. On a break.
on a break.
Yep.
And I don't know how I fell down this rabbit hole to reading about salt coffee. So I said to a coworker, "Did you ever hear about salt coffee?" And she looked at me and she goes, I don't know. And I said, salt coffee. And I just said it louder.
Coffee.
And she said,
Wow,
I don't
how
know
much
what you're
clearer I could
saying
be.
to me. And then I walked away.
You are no help to me.
None.
I asked you a simple question.
But I know that you are kind of a purveyor
Okay.
of coffee at work. And I
Wasn't
didn't know
sure
if you
where
were
you were
gonna...
headed there, but okay. All right. I know you're a bit of a purveyor of coffee. Wow.
So
Maybe that's my own jump to conclusions there that I need to work on. But
some people put it right in the coffee. Other people put it in the coffee grounds.
I don't know. This seems like a lot of work to me.
Are there any scientists?
I mean, it's the picking up of the salt
Listening to
shaker.
this
It's
episode.
the
We
have
shaking it. It's the
scientists.
putting the salt shaker back down.
We need a scientist.
Your theory when Kelly mentioned this earlier was interesting because I think this is probably the case.
This is what I think.
Yeah.
I think someone got a coffee. More likely they're at someone's house.
Yeah, okay.
But perhaps they were at like a coffee shop where there's just sort of containers of stuff with no labels.
Unclear containers.
Is
Yeah.
somebody living in this coffee shop?
Maybe.
Okay, because it was at someone's house and now we're at
It was at a coffee
Could be
shop.
one of the two. I don't know. I don't make the rules.
I don't know
Kelly,
your
all
life.
right? I just sort of make shit up. This
So
is what I think.
There's
Welcome to the show.
ambiguous condiments.
Right.
Are about.
But you got like okay,
Nowhere in
I think
particular.
I know
Yeah.
what like I think I know that's cinnamon, could be nutmeg.
Right. Sure. Yep.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Could ruin my day.
But either way, you're getting some kind of
Either way,
festive
it's the right
spice.
color.
It's fine.
Fine.
Yep.
So what I think is
see where you're going
someone
here.
got a coffee, someone went for the sugar. Sugar is actually salt because whoever's working there is an asshole who wasn't paying attention.
Again, a sociopath. And
Probably
they're like, I
also
gotcha.
confused because nothing's fucking labeled. That person put salt in their coffee,
Yep.
and someone was with them. And they were going to be like, that's salt. And like, yeah, dude, I totally know it's salt. Like, you didn't hear about this? Like, you put it in here, and it's not so better.
This is the latest thing.
Like, it just
Of course.
levels it out, and it's really cool. You should try it sometime. I don't know why they sound like that
They just do.
in my head. They
You
do.
know they
like
do.
someone who accidentally puts salt in their coffee.
Sounds like that.
Particularly in a public
Yeah.
place.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I get that
So that's
accidental
what I
salt
feel
voice.
like.
I think that's
I feel
probably
like this
accurate.
is a product of someone fucking up in front of their friend
Yep.
and didn't want to admit it. And now here we are.
And now here we are.
Kelly's reading an article not at work
Yeah, right.
On my own time.
on her own time.
on
Yeah.
a break.
People who don't want to admit they fucked up. What other large group of people could we possibly lump into that category? We're not going to get into it.
Not
We're
going to
not
get
gonna
into
get into
that.
it. Well, one important thing that we need to make sure to get to, because again, if anyone has ever listened to the show, like the first few episodes of the show where we had segments and this whole dream that I had that we were going to continue to have segments on the show, that's been gone by the wayside. But I don't want to move beyond Shelley's suggestion about the day that it is.
I had a dream that we would record on a regular schedule. That didn't happen.
Oh, in the arms of
All of
the
a sudden get
angel.
freezing cold in here.
We can take that out
I'm
if you
chilly.
want.
It's
Can
a
you
bit frosty.
see? There's so much shade in this room. really dark all of a sudden with all that fucking shade.
Sucks that Kelly's mic doesn't work anymore.
I can't even see my own eyeballs.
Shame no one will hear this podcast because it won't get edited. That's a bummer. Just fucking with it. So if anybody listened to the show last week, like we record every week.
On last week's show,
Fuck, I rocked right into that one. Oh, wow, we'd love to be recording every week,
Last
Darek.
week, so you
but
may remember. Nothing.
absolutely nothing.
coming up next week,
Also nothing,
not
probably.
much. Not much.
So last episode, you may recall that we talked about what day it was. And again, shout out to Shelley Stevens for suggesting this. But every day on the National Day calendar, because this has gotten completely out of hand, they post the day that it is. And it is always multiple different days. Last time it was many things. This time we have 3 things that it is the day of. I want to share these with you and get just real quick reactions on each of these. So it is National Pickle Day. So there you go.
National pickle.
Would
Was there a gasp from the other room?
yes. Would anyone like a pickle?
Gasp
Very
from the galley.
excited.
Bear in mind, I went grocery shopping hungry, so I have pickles.
You got lots of pickles. I had to move pickles to get to the water, so
See?
I'm aware
You
that there
know.
are pickles in the
You
fridge.
know.
Lisa, are you a huge fan of pickles?
I'm a huge fan of pickles.
Would you like to help yourself?
Should we all do the rest of the pod with a pickle?
They're
Getting
pickle slices.
real vinegary up in here. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Feelings on sweet pickles? Anyone?
no.
I love
No.
every kind of pickle.
Okay, see, I only like sweet pickles. I don't like regular pickles.
You don't like a nice dill?
I'm not a big
like a
fan
nice
of the
dill
dill.
pickle?
No, I'm not sitting around eating pickles going, that dildo. Get it? Get it? It's a terrible joke. No, I do not like pickles.
Who's booing?
Are there moose in
Someone's
here?
booing.
That's
I think.
weird.
Oh, it could be a moose.
Strange.
Could be the boo moose.
Is there now
No
a
one wants the boo moose around. We are in almost Canada. There could be a boo moose.
All right. So it is National Pickle Day. That's very exciting.
Wow, where's the year go?
It's already National
Already
Pickle
National
Day.
Pickle Day.
God, it feels like just yesterday it was
Give me a
Vermont
pickle if
Day.
you tickle my pickles.
Pickle season? Yes. It's the most wonderful time of
The
year.
second day the second day that it is today is National Spicy Guacamole Day.
Oh. Wow.
Day. Yeah.
Question: is there any other kind of guacamole?
Well, I was curious. Is there just a regular
Is there a
guacamole
bland
day?
guacamole day?
I like
Tastes like
bitter,
paste
some nice
guacamole day.
bitter guac, where I just eat it and I'm like, nothing in here was right. Everything's great. That sounds like some hipster shit, right?
Put salt on it.
Yeah.
This-
I just got my nice salt coffee and my bitter guac, and I'm eating it with paper towel chips.
I like your point that like nothing in this guacamole was right.
Nothing was even right. It was
It's not in
free-range,
season.
grass-fed, not ripe avocados.
They don't treat their avocados right, clearly.
Yeah, cruelty-free.
They're bitter.
That's all I eat is cruelty-free cados.
Okay.
Avocados.
Now,
Cados, baby.
the last one, I have some questions. This is the last day that it is today. It is National Family PJ Day.
Family, like Ron Burgundy and Baxter?
I feel like, yes, that would be a wholesome image for National Family PJ Day.
Do you want to know one of my pet peeves?
I do.
Pet peeves about PJs?
Yes. When families dress alike for photos.
Okay.
Especially when they're in matching pajamas.
Okay, let's tease that out. Now, if
Because it's just,
Are
it's
people taking
creepy.
Family photos in their pajamas?
Oh, yeah, they do.
it's a holiday thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a holiday thing. Yeah, now you know. Now you can see it. Now you got an image in
I
your mind.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
Now, what is it about that? Is it how much forethought and planning had to go into it? Because that's often my
There's
thought
that.
process. Yeah.
There's also, just take the goddamn picture.
No one wants
whatever
to be
you're
there.
wearing.
No one wants to be there. Just take the goddamn picture.
And like the dogs dressed in pajamas.
So, hypothetically, if I already had multiple sets of family PJs in a cart on Amazon right now, would that change your opinion in any way?
Of you?
Okay, so it's a yes on that.
I mean, wait, is that what's happening?
No, listen, I
don't know if Kelly was concerned or interested.
Cut. Is that what's happening? There is no cart with them, but we did.
Welcome
we had
to Bitter Coffee. I'm Kelly Coffey, and I'm Tim Chang, Kelly's new co-host, because Derek's
gone missing.
creepy in pajamas.
Goddamn insane person.
Are you really doing that?
I don't know. We might. We got a baby now, and we have a dog that we already like to put in things he doesn't want to wear.
You're right.
So,
Figured out.
Okay. Well, please know this. If I happen to get one of those Christmas cards in the mail,
Yeah.
it's 24/7, 365 on my refrigerator.
okay, forever.
Forever.
All right. Well, I'll bear that in mind.
I have a coworker who every year sends me pictures of her cats
Okay.
at Christmas.
Okay.
And they're named after types of cheese.
Okay.
You're painting a picture.
Oh, no, I'm
She's
sorry.
single, then.
2 are named after cheese. 1 is named after a sandwich. And their names are Jack, Reuben, and Cheddar. No, Colby. Colby. No, they didn't name the cat Cheddar.
I feel like if you're gonna go with cheddar, you gotta be like, yeah, I like my cat Munster.
Yeah, you got to go all in.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta go all. You can't go cold.
This one's Brie.
Right.
And this one's Swiss.
This one is Alpine cheddar. It's all one word.
But we had to
I
have
got
a
smoked
birthday
Gouda up
party.
here behind you.
Smoke Gouda.
Smoked Gouda.
Right for dinner.
I think if I needed to, I would only name my cats, if I had cats, after hard cheeses.
Okay, all right.
Right?
Okay.
As
sure.
like a personality trait? Like
Yeah.
you're not just going to be some soft cheese?
Yeah, you know,
Nope.
soft cheese ass bitch.
Nope. Did you hear that noise that came out of my face?
I did.
Tim's known for creating that noise. Tim's known for inspiring that noise.
Ow!
Yeah. Did you
was.
hurt
It
yourself?
was-
Man, that really
That was
hurt.
a blown out
I don't know
sinus.
what part of my head it came out
I
of.
don't know. It sounded membrane.
It
Left
did.
ear, I'm pretty sure.
So this was the same woman who had, and I don't work in her department anymore. I really hope she doesn't listen. I don't care.
How many more times can we wish that, Kelly?
I know,
How many more
I
times
know.
can we wish the people we're going to talk about to listen to the pod? It's a very small
She
percentage
would
of our
have a
listenership.
birthday party every year at work for her cats.
At work?
At work.
Oh, interesting. Now, wait, let me clarify.
No.
Did she
Please.
bring cake or cupcakes?
Sure did.
Now, see, Tim, now, see?
I'm
See,
never
you gotta
going
think
to
it
turn down
through.
free cake.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
So when I said, hey, what's the cake for?
Yeah.
Somebody said, oh, it's so-and-so's cat's birthday. And I said, no, seriously.
And then you
they said,
spit it back out
it's
onto the tray.
so-and-so's cat's. No, I took a bigger piece.
Oh, it's not for other people?
I'm
Well,
no
then
fool.
fuck it.
Oh, wait, it's for cats? I'm going to dig
I'm
in
going to
and
take the whole
celebrate
right edge.
the shit out of
You
this
roll
birthday.
by her desk with your giant piece of cake.
Right.
You are fucking pathetic. And while you're just eating that cat cake.
I don't know.
This is
Who
sad.
here doesn't love a cat birthday cake? I don't see any hands
listen,
going up.
I take any cake that's out there. You're absolutely right.
Cake is cake. Although
Listen,
more of a pie guy myself.
Next time Ruben's celebrating a day, you let me know. I'll come have some of that. That'd
I
be
will.
Delicious.
Sure, I sure will. I don't work in her department anymore.
As stated.
Sadly, there's no more cat cake for me. Per my previous email,
Maybe they
I no
will.
longer
Previous
work in
email.
her department. Tim, Tim, is there anything you wanted to chat about while you were here with us?
Something interesting happened to me the other day that
Great.
I thought your thoughts on.
Okay.
Oh, of course.
Love it.
That's why we're here.
We love to offer terrible opinions.
We like to help.
I was walking down Ye Old Street
Okay.
near my office. They just put in a Trader Joe's.
Oh,
Right next to us. It's been
a
a
Joseph's.
big deal.
How lovely.
The old TJ.
Yeah.
Not to be
TJs.
confused with TJ Maxx.
No.
Because every time I say
Nope.
TJ, I'm like, I don't have TJ Maxx. It's like, that's not what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Bougie groceries, not your
bougie
fucking hand-me-down
groceries.
seconds.
It's been a big deal around
Yeah.
my office because it's literally right next to my office.
Nice.
So I'm walking back towards work the other day
Mm-hmm.
after lunch or whatever, and there's these two women walking in front of me, and they're like, "Oh, the TJ's is open." I'm like, they said TJ's too, by the way.
Yeah, all right.
So validation.
Yep.
And the other one goes, "Oh, that's so great! I've been waiting for them to open. They have sweet potatoes." So first for me, I'm like, okay.
They often sought after
Yes.
The rare sweet
under-celebrated sweet potato.
Right.
Tell me more of the sugary
unbelievable-
potato you
It's
speak
like a
of.
blood
Otherwise
diamond.
unavailable. Like a
You
blood
know?
diamond.
It's just a goddamn sweet potato. It's not that big of a deal. But she was
Okay.
like really excited about it.
Okay.
So like they're walking in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna slow down because now I need to know.
You're
what
not
the deal
going
is.
anywhere.
No,
I'm
I
into
need to
this-
know what's
Into this
up.
conversation, yeah.
So it's like, oh, they have sweet potatoes. She's like, I love a sweet potato. And I'm like, okay, so maybe this conversation isn't going to be that interesting.
Right.
So then the original one says, you know what I like to do?
The original sweet potato woman?
the Crown Mother Jewel sweet potato.
I always forget that the original sweet potato woman is from Boston. I always forget.
The
You're
sweet potato woman.
You're
Just have
so
her hung
lucky.
up in a hanger. Sort of like Alien. She just makes all the sweet potatoes.
On a conveyor.
Right.
And it just
All
brings them
things
into the
come out.
TJs.
And she's all just been like, it's so sweet. She's like, 500 years old or something. I don't know how old sweet potatoes are.
I think they're pretty old.
500 sounds right.
Yeah,
but,
that
you
sounds
know,
about right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Did they have them at the Last Supper?
I don't know.
That's the question.
Someone look at that photo, report back.
I can't tell what they're eating.
They might have been
Is it
yams at
takeout?
that point.
I don't
It's
know.
true. I don't know.
So the
Anyway.
original alien sweet potato woman.
Anyway. So she goes, you know what I like to do? I like to slice them up real thin, and then I put them in the air fryer. Holla. And that's where I pulled the e-brake. And I was like, all right. Strange context to use holla in. Wasn't sure if she meant maybe the bread. Perhaps some challah bread. Goes
Delicious.
With the
The sweet
Tates.
potato chips.
But no,
There's
that's not
nothing
how
like
she
better
meant.
than a sweet
Melissa
potato sandwich.
Misdemeanor Elliot. Holla!
Beep up women now.
Right. And then I just
Sweet
started
potatoes
to
now.
realize- Right. Said, I got sweet potato now. In the air fryer now. Boop, beep, beep. Who got the keys to my bema? Whatever.
Hello.
Hello. And I just thought to myself, I said self, what is the appropriate context for saying hello?
Well, I think you hit on it. It is if you are Missy
If you are
Misdemeanor Elliot.
Melissa, I assume her name is Melissa. It's probably not. Maybe she's Missy.
Melissa Elliot.
Melissa Elliot.
I love that idea.
Misdemeanor.
Right. Melissa Misdemeanor Elliot. Do you think that's what it says on a driver's license?
What if
Yes.
her name's Melissa Demeanor?
Oh!
Like a D apostrophe.
Brain blown to pieces. Melissa
Misdemeanor.
I like
yeah,
Melissa Demeanor.
Demeanor.
If I ever
Misdemeanor
meet
to
her,
you.
I will ask her
Misdemeanor if you're nasty.
that. But yeah, it was an odd use of holla.
Hello.
Hello! And then
Are
I
we
sort of
still
feel like, do
saying
people
holla?
still say
Yeah,
that?
okay, good. I'm glad we're on the
And
same
that's
page
where I
there.
sort of landed. So I guess that was my question for you all. Is holla still an appropriate thing to do? Because I don't think it is. But
Well-
maybe I'm just not cool.
Well,
I
the
know
power
I'm
of the
not.
podcast, maybe we bring it back.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe now.
That was quite a journey we took.
I'm full of very pointless tangents.
No, I loved it.
loved every minute of it.
You love as much as
You know
sweet
who might
potatoes in
know
the
the
air
answer to this question?
Tell me.
The ladies from Lesbian Connection.
We got to send in that $7 donation fee.
There's my pivot.
That's a great pivot. Great transition. Yes, we were, we were
Not to
featured.
brag.
Not to brag.
Just gonna-
Not to brag, but we were featured recently.
Featured.
In Lesbian Connection.
Lisa, would you mind reading the feature from Lesbian Connection? If there's time.
Come on in. Come on in, Lisa.
Come on in, Lisa.
Come on. Come,
Join
come
us.
read our feature in Lesbian Connection, if you would.
All right, are you ready? Check out the Bitter Coffee podcast.
Yes! You know, what I love is when a publication really goes in depth with their coverage, and I feel like they've really explored the depths of this podcast by asking people to check it out.
But I will say this, and
Thank
Lisa,
you,
if you
Lisa.
could come back over, I'm sorry. I want to read the cover
Oh, okay.
of the magazine.
I gotcha.
Because I don't have it committed to memory. I can't see that far, Speedy. I'm sorry. Little bit closer. Oh, it's perfect.
Thank you, Lisa.
So this is the November-December 2019 issue.
Multi-month coverage. I like it.
It's volume 42.
Wow.
Issue 3.
Wait,
So
What? Wait,
I don't
what?
really know.
how many are in a volume?
I can't do that kind
So
of
there's at
math.
least 3. That's a lot of fucking issues.
Yeah.
3.
Christ.
So on the cover is a partial picture of a woman in a kayak.
Of course.
She is not wearing a safety vest or a life vest. Is it called a life
Life
vest?
preserver.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Living on the edge.
Yet her dog is.
Well, I mean, if anybody's going to be protected,
It's him.
it's him.
Or her.
Yeah. We're not
I don't
want
want to assign gender
No,
to
again.
anyone's pet.
No.
But I did say earlier that I am almost certain that this dog's name is Chance.
Said in such a Finnish fashion. I can't speak.
Said in Finnish? What is chance in Finnish?
Finnish. I believe
It's
that's
Chance.
Oh, I don't think that's how Finnish people sound. Sorry if anyone's Finnish out there.
Sorry for all of our listeners in Finland. It says in the cover, free to lesbians worldwide.
Oh, okay.
Worldwide.
All right.
But
Globally.
the suggested donation is $7/issue.
Oh, wow.
More if you can, less if you can't. Nobody will be turned away
No one will be turned away.
for lack of the ability to read this magazine.
I love the logic problem on the bottom of that magazine. It's like free to lesbians worldwide, but also
suggested donation is $7/issue.
So,
More if you can, less if you can't.
if you're a not worldwide lesbian, do you definitely have to pay between 7 and nothing?
I can't speak to that because clearly I'm a worldwide.
I'm
worldwide
not sure
lesbian.
it's even available.
Right.
Based on
I
that.
actually can't even see the cover.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to
I can't
even
read
witness
worldwide
that.
No, you
lesbian.
can. They're just you have to sign a form.
There's a waiver
It's fine.
involved.
There's
Well,
a lot. There's a lot here.
I've always wanted to be featured in a worldwide publication, and now we have been, and that's pretty exciting. I will
It
say.
is. It is.
I'm glad you could be here to witness this
I
with us,
mean-
Tim.
There's signs that you've
occasion.
made it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
There's
You know-
certain check boxes in life.
Your podcast shows up on iTunes.
Sure.
Boom.
Yep.
People
done.
are sending in great reviews.
Yep.
Boom, done.
Great. Love it.
You're featured
Featured.
in Lesbian Connection. Is it the Lesbian Connection?
I think it's just Lesbian Connection.
Yes.
I don't think it's the. I mean, that'd be a lot of pressure to be the
Yeah.
Lesbian
So is
Connection.
it just a?
Yeah, it's of many.
Lesbian Connection?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
I don't know.
But
Curious to know how many more there are.
I love that we have immediately shot holes in our excitement about being featured. Oh, this is only one of many
you
Lesbian Connections.
want to know what platform you're standing on, you know?
Yes. I mean, I was excited, but
Shoddy
if
craftsman work,
it's
you want to
just
know what you're dealing with.
Lesbian Connection. Fuck.
You know what? To me, it's the.
Okay, great. That's
Never
perfect.
seen another one?
That's great. It is-
Probably
it is
won't. Because I'm
for
not a
us.
worldwide lesbian.
They're
so.
the Lesbian Connection as far as we're
you
concerned.
don't know that.
It's
You still have
true,
a
I
lot
don't
of
know
life
that.
left
I could
to
be
live.
a worldwide lesbian.
You don't know. You went right for those drums when you came in the
Did.
house.
Is that a sign?
And then you went right for the acoustic guitar. And I was like,
Yeah.
Tim's a lesbian.
Mr. Worldwide over here.
Worldwide
Mr. Worldwide.
Tim.
You're rocking some flannel.
I am rocking some flannel. That is true. And I've got a fresh coif. That's judging. I shouldn't say
Lisa,
that.
bringing the facts. Bringing the facts. Anything else? Any other topics? Anything we'd like to
seem
discuss?
so resigned. Is there anything
No,
else you'd like to talk
I'll
about?
go all fucking night. Is my point. I'm really
That's what
enjoying
Tim Chang said.
myself.
I don't know why my go-to is to bark, but
I don't either.
I think DMX did that to me at a very young age.
I can.
Do you remember when DMX was touring here?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you remember the signs
I do.
up, like off the interstate, like flea market signs
Yep.
or yard sale signs?
Yeah.
That was sad.
People lose their minds, but like that's his like street team going about and trying to like promote
Yeah.
the show. Like,
Show was canceled, right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They
As
had
are
a Boston
so
show,
many rap shows.
and I was like, and I remember it just said DMX, like that. There was like a Facebook event,
Uh huh.
and it just said DMX venue Boston. I'm like, so is it gonna be like a Woeing Rally? Like, are they just gonna? Is he just gonna get in a duck boat and just like cruise through? Like, what you really want?
I wish.
It's just like rolling by an ATM. Like, you're like, I am closing up shop on the bank. It's 5 p.m. Thank you, sir. And who are you?
Didn't catch your name, sir.
Yeah, it's DMX.
People around here work. If you can keep it
DMX
down.
stands for?
David Michael Xavier.
Is it?
No.
I was convinced.
I have no idea.
That sounded great.
You know, I allowed just enough time to make it look like,
I did.
You said it with such conviction. I love the idea of like DMX going absolutely ham, as you mentioned, in a duck boat, but like just to himself.
Right, there's no one else.
It's like no one's listening.
Right.
And like the camera, like there's a video of it and the camera's real close and he's just raging out and then it zooms way out and it's just a guy closing up a bank.
And it wasn't
outside.
even like... It was like it
It's
was just
not
a regular
amplified.
duck boat tour, but it was at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and it was kind of rainy, so no one wanted to go.
And he's just got the mic and it's the duck boat mic.
The whole
And
thing
like
bouncing. It's just
three Belgians just in the boat like
Oh, this is America.
America's
That's not how Belgian
No,
sounds.
that
That's more.
pull over, it's sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
I missed the opportunity
Hello!
to shout out a
Like,
nationality. I
Missy
could-
misdemeanor, Elliot here. Melissa, come do a duet with DMX. Hello. That's just all they do for 4 hours while they're on a duck boat. Just rolling through the channel.
His real name is Earl Simmons.
All right, here's the sad part. I kind of knew that in the deep recesses of my mind.
Okay,
Earl
do you
Simmons.
also know what he's also known as? Darkman X.
Oh yeah, of course.
Darkman
X.
And DMX the Great.
Oh, the great.
That sounds like a nickname he gave himself, much like
Oh, yeah,
King
'cause
James.
there's a footnote next to it.
Okay.
Because you probably watched like Wizard of Oz and was like, that dude behind the curtain is cool as fuck. I am also the
Great Wizard. I love that idea. DMX.
He's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's been in a lot of really bad movies. Yeah.
Who's been in more shitty movies, DMX or 50 Cent? Excuse me, 50.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't understand this 50 cent
Who's this
person, but
50
I know
cent person?
50. I'm
dollar?
going to say... I'm going to say 50.
Yeah.
Probably
You think
true.
so?
He's probably
Yeah.
been in more shitty movies.
Yeah. He has
I mean,
he has the
in
longevity.
fairness,
I
he did
think.
almost die like 4 times.
Yeah.
He got shot a lot, right?
Yeah, check it up
Yeah.
to the game, man. That's what happens. If anyone heard me saying this, they would
Says the
roll
guy who
here.
almost busted his ass on the
I
ice
know,
earlier
seriously.
today.
It's rough in these streets.
Quite
no joke.
Literally. There is no salt
It
on
is
these.
literally rough. There's ice everywhere. People try to kill me. I'm going back home where there's no ice. People hate me. So
At least I'll be safe.
So much welcoming. So much welcoming.
Welcome to Vermont.
Tim, it's been wonderful having you on the show.
Thank you for having me. This has
And I'm
been
glad we could make
great.
this
Been a lot of
happen.
fun.
Kelly, thank you for being a wonderful host as always, and letting Tim play on all of the musical instruments you have in your home.
Anytime.
And we want to thank you all for listening. As always, you can reach out to us on any of the social medias if you'd be interested in asking a question or contacting us or asking Tim additional questions about his appearance here on the show today.
Where can people find you?
Yeah, where can people find you, Tim? Would you rather they didn't?
Are you going to take a lesson on that?
question
That was-
because no one cares enough about me talking shit.
Me laughing at Lisa
Nobody's
laughing
ever
at the
asked to
question.
reach out to me.
Well, you can check me out on the Instagrams.
There we
if
go.
you want to see my dog.
Oh, yeah,
That's
which I would
basically all I
highly
do on the
recommend.
Instagrams.
I like
Highly
you,
recommend.
you pluralized Instagram.
the multiple grams
Yeah.
on the Insta.
So many Instagrams.
At Tim Wang.
Nice.
If you want to see some pictures of my dog.
Yeah, would recommend.
Shout out to our guest reader, my sister.
Yes.
Lovely
Lisa.
sister.
Lisa, where can
Lisa,
we find you?
Where can we find you?
Shout out your blog, Lisa. Come on, get over here.
She's like, oh, all right.
Get over here, shout out your blog. Get on the mic.
Get on the
Where
mic,
can
shout
people
out your
read
blog.
Lisa's work?
It's called The Mothership.
There you go.
Done.
There you go. Lisa Chang on the Mothership. Check her out.
So I guess you just Google Mothership and your
First
blog's
result,
the only thing
they
that
have
comes
great
up.
SEO at that blog.
Ooh.
Lisa has a, I guess you'd call it a column
Yes.
these days.
Yes.
I suppose maybe it's an antiquated term, but Lisa has a regular thing she posts on there. Great reading, really highly enjoyable.
Indeed.
So definitely check that out. Thank you, Lisa, for being here.
Thanks, Lisa.
You're far more than just your brother's ride to the show. I want to make that clear. And thank you all for listening. We really appreciate it. As always, our intro and outro music is by John Worthy and the Bends. And we will talk to you next time on the Bitter Coffee Podcast. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
See you later.
Seacrest out.
That's a good sign off. That's a good sign off, Tim.
I don't like my sign off now.
No.
Can we do it again? Can we do it again? This is me. See you later. Right? Am I wrong?
Thanks for coming to my party.
Take some pizza with you when you go.
Take some bread and pizza.
Bowl of cereal. Box of Cheerios for everybody.
You can have my collectible Cheerios if you like.
Thanks for coming to see my Cheerios, Walt.
You want to play my drums and eat my Cheerios?
No, don't go. You play my drums.
You want to take the outro again, or?
No, you know what?
You know what? Fuck it.
Leave that whole
Leave the whole thing in.
Will you leave that whole thing
I
in?
absolutely will. It's
God,
done. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Do you have any idea all day? You know what I've wanted to say, and I'm going to say it out loud now. And if I got home at a normal time, it would be on the board.
Okay.
Let's not break up over this, Tim. Okay. You know what I want to say?
Good preface.
Go ahead.
Everybody, Tim Chang tonight. All day. That's been going through my head. I know you've probably heard it before.
It is best if no one Tim Changs.
Not
is
even Tim Chang.
Not even. Yeah, I have to restrain myself.
Everybody.
Tim Chang. Sometimes it's
Maybe
too deep.
that's the show title.
Everybody Tim Chang tonight?
Right?
I think it's great.
sure.
We can work that in.
Or like
that would
everybody,
be an
Tim Chang
honor.
and Lisa.
Yeah. Everybody, Tim, Parens, and Lisa
Parens.
Chang.
Friends.